What's going on YouTube? We are back with another video, okay? And today we are dealing with some very kinky, very tight curly hair on this kid. Okay, so this kid told me he wanted to cut his hair off, and he said he wanted a basic like wave cut, but looking at his head shape, I didn't really think it was gonna look right if he just would have got like just a taper or something like that. The front of his head, like his vertical bars are very long. The front of his head, his lineup is kind of like on top of his forehead. Now, I'm not trying to make fun of my client. I'm just trying to explain to you guys on why I didn't want to do a certain haircut. So like if I would have did a wave cut, like just a one and then like a taper on the side and the back with a lineup with a C cup, I don't think it would have looked right on this head at all, you know? So I did let him know that, and I was like, bro, are you like, do you trust me? Because honestly, I think a fade will look better, just like a mid fade with no C cups at all. That way your vertical bars don't look as long, and your hair, like the haircut, can actually fit your head shape, and it'll make way more sense if we do it that way. And he was like, he was cool. He really just wanted to get the hair off of his head. So when he told me that he was cool with doing that, I was like, bet, okay, cool. Now I don't really have anything holding me back from giving him the haircut that fits his head the most. So that's exactly what we're doing. So we just doing our fade, and I did my bald line, took that hair off at the bottom, doing my lever open right now, and then I'm gonna fade up from there, cut the hair down, and then fade back down. But I apologize. I am gonna apologize right now because doing this haircut, I wasn't really like paying attention as much as I should have to the camera. So a lot of it is like going in and out of focus. I do apologize for that. This won't happen again, man. But I was kind of just like in the motions, trying to make sure this haircut looked good as possible. But I did make sure to get the haircut as clean as I could. So the haircut itself was actually sped up a little bit just because I knew it wasn't in focus. But when we get to the hairline part, you guys will see it'll start to slow down and get to normal speed again. So after I cut his hair down the first time, I did notice that it wasn't low enough. I think I just did it too close against the grain, and I didn't like the way that it looked. So we're gonna go with the one open against the grain instead. And it's mainly just because his front hairline has been previously pushed back, so it's growing in, which means you have to cut the rest of the head to a certain length to where when you line up the pushback area, it'll look, you know, like all even. I don't want it to be like he got dark hair on the top and then a very light lineup. I don't want it to look like that. So you guys will see how I fix the pushback lineup as much as I can, but still make the edge up fit his head and look right. Side note, if you guys are interested in making your own content, you want to be a content creator, I have a viral content course for you guys. Just click that first link in the description below when you click the title of this video, and it'll take you to my short form viral content course or my long form viral content course. You can check out both of them if you want. Also in that same link is the link to my merch. I do have merch for you guys to buy at wavykkev.com, but the link is in that same link that you can click for my viral content course. So you guys check that out if you want to. So working with this hair texture, well, basically any hair texture, when doing a haircut, I always like to detail the fade and try to make sure get it as clean as possible. Cause I don't know about you guys, but I actually take pride in my haircuts. I like to make videos and stuff on it, but I do like to make sure that the actual haircut looks good. Just cause I want my client to have the, the top tier confidence when they leave the barbershop. And I just want them to leave out and me look at my own haircut and be like, man, that haircut is fire. So after I do all my steps, I usually go over it again, just re-detail the whole cut, and then come back just to see how it looks. Also, I'm always double checking the camera to see how the haircut looks in the camera as well. But this is what I was talking about. You guys could clearly see in the like in the front of his hairline, it was taken back a little bit too farther, like I cannot speak. It was taken back a little too far, like more far than it was supposed to be. So what we are going to do is try our best to bring it back up, lower down on the forehead, and we are going to have to push the vertical bars back so it can fit symmetrically to his head shape. I could have lined it up naturally as possible, but it would have made his forehead look super tiny and tall at the same time. So we are going to push it back to like the middle. We're going to push it to the middle of his eyebrow and the end of his eyebrow. Hopefully I'm making sense. I know I can't talk properly right now, but I'm trying my best. Alright, so I'm going to start at the most natural spot possible, which is right here. And I'm going to try to almost like construct a hairline for him. That way he can be crispy and have supreme confidence after leaving the chair. Now, yes, I know a lot of you guys aren't going to like the fact that I'm using enhancements, but I feel like this is one of those cuts that need it because, like I said, the whole front of his hairline was previously pushed back, and I wanted to blend with the top. So the top, even though we did cut it lower than what we had it, it is still kind of dark, but I didn't want to cut the whole haircut as low as the front. So using enhancements, we're just going to darken up a little of those light areas. That way he could temporarily have a nice even haircut, and by the time the enhancements come out his head, the front of his hairline would have been done growing back by then. So I'm using enhancements. We're gonna make it look as clean as possible, and then we're gonna use the razor and then clean it up. Make sure his hairline is as symmetrical as it can be, clean as can be, crispy as can be, before we show him the end result. shout out to Blessed Capes, man. I met them I didn't meet him. I've been locked in with Blessed Capes, but y'all go on their Instagram at Blessed Capes and get some of their capes. They just came out with these razors. He gave me this at the Barber Plugs Barber Show. If you haven't seen that video, go watch my last video right after this. It's a little low on views, and I know you guys like to see that type of stuff. So if y'all want to see Barber Expo content, go check that out. It's a nice vlog. It's not nothing too edited. Like, it's real natural video. So yeah, y'all go check that out. Slide Huncho is in there. 360G's is in there. My guy Codis is in there. A bunch of people that y'all watch already is in that vlog. So go tap into that if y'all haven't watched it. You see?
Yeah.
Good?
Yes, sir.
Right, tell him you like it.
Man, I love it. I ain't gonna lie.
Alright, so you said you come next time you come back, you gonna start the wave process, right?
Yeah.
Alright, bet. Nice clean cut. Hit that like button, subscribe, comment down below. Yeah.